Good evening, folks. Hope everybody's having a good day and ready to start the weekend off. Out here right now at Amber Lake, I was doing a little bit of fishing here earlier. Got a nice water body record, actually a global water body record for telescopic on Chinese sleeper, which was nice. Down here's 5th place, but still counts. And also last night, I got a rather unfortunate water body record perch. See if I can find it here. 666 grams, the old devil perch. But I'm just gonna get ready to head out to the Archipelago in a few minutes. Gonna be getting some supplies together. Make sure I've got everything ready to go. Take inventory of my baits. Let's see what we've got here. We've got leeches. We've got some gamaroos, but that'll have to do. Larva's good. I need to pick up some stonefly larvae, it looks like, and some night crawlers. So let's take a look at the shop here. Baits, and let's grab like one batch of night crawlers, that should do, and another batch of stonefly larvae. There we go. All right, so I'll give everyone a few minutes to head on in before I make the trip. This will be my first time out there, so I'll have to buy the map and all that good stuff. Let's see. Anything else I need to prepare? I think I'm good on hooks. Check that real quick here. We've got some size 1s, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're good on hooks. And my plan is to peck around on the islands a little bit, and eventually I will grab the boat rental and troll around, see if we have any luck trolling out there. See what we get. I know there's char, salmon, and some whitefish are the main targets we're going to be after out there. Hoping to get any of those, really. It is nighttime, so I assume it's probably one of those bodies of water that's fairly dead at night. But that'll give us some time to explore and roam around. Let's go ahead and make the trip. So this will be my first time going there, and then after this, really I haven't been to Sura River yet, and then when I hit level 32, I'll have Yama River, but then I've been everywhere. I've been to the Norwegian Sea with trips, and next week I will be doing my last gold trip out here at the Norwegian Sea. I'll break that up into 2.5 hour streams. Should be fun. Go on, head out here. Night's tea is still cooling off, but it is a lady gray. All right, here we go. Let's see. Our first order of business is finding the administrative building. Let's see. The workshop, handmade lures, grocery store. There we go. Administration. Such an expensive map. At least it's a one-time purchase. So go. We're dealing with. Got some islands. Got a campsite over there. Okay. Got tackle store there. Let's see what else we got. Fish market. I'm assuming this is probably the boat rental. Yep, that's the boat station. And is there a cafe here on Archipelago? Hey, CW, appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Just got over here, just taking a look around the island, getting familiar with it. Hope your stream went well there, CW. I caught a little bit of it earlier while you were out there at the sea, so I see you finally got your reels repaired. All right, so we do have some random orders. So there are some carp out here too. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected the Archipelago to have any sort of carp, but yes, they do. All right, so I've got my map out of the way. I'm assuming this is the only island we have access to without the boat rental. No little like bridges or ferries or anything. Of course, Brandon fished all the big fish out. Always does. Yeah, I was showing my devil perch over there on the water body records on Amber. My mark of shame forever now. Okay, so I guess we'll wait till the sun comes up to do a boat rental since I'm assuming nighttime's gonna be pretty poor. I'm curious where the Gibble Carp would be on this map, the Gibble and Crucian. I guess maybe like in some of these really shallow spots. While we're sitting here, let me take a look and see what the current is like on. What are we looking like? Is it... Ooh, those waves are going to make the floats fun. It doesn't seem like there's a current that carries the float, but these waves are going to make it very exciting to know if there's a bite or not. All right. So the other thing I wanted to do is I'm going to go ahead and put 3 points into slider rigs. I'm still not certain that they have a special use over fixed float rigs on telescopic. You can see by the description, they're meant for like match rigs and bolo rigs to be able to set your line super deep. But on telescopic rods, you're still limited by the length of your pole, so it doesn't really add any depth to the line, how far you can bring the hook down. That said, there is a telescopic rod, I'll actually pull that up in the store now, which gives bonuses to both fixed rig and slider rig, which makes me believe that there are cases where it's worth, it's not that one, it's the Raid Ultra. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this one's only +1, but there's another one that's +3. It's giving additional bonuses to fixed line and slider rig. So I've got to assume there are scenarios where you would use a slider over a fixed line. See, that's a good point, Brenna. I'm thinking it's either something like that, where if you're using something on the bottom, or potentially they work better in heavy current, like the Yama River and Tunguska, stuff like that. Maybe the way they have their motion set against the float works better out in those scenarios. But I'm going to out here, I'm probably keep it on fixed line for now, but one of my experiments in a future stream is going to be to have a couple rods set up identically, but one fixed and one slider rig, and see how we do. But before I blindly go into spots, anyone know any spots out here that are active for anything, char, whitefish, salmon, anything like that? We'll try to target it accordingly. I can also look at the weekly telescopic records here. Let's see, so yeah, catfish, typical bait for those. Okay. Char, it looks like we've got red worms and mayfly larvae, so Tunguska stuff. Oh wait, these are, what am I doing here? All right, so we got leeches and gamaroos, so that's definitely gonna be one of our most popular baits. Nightcrawler, okay. What else we got? More char. Got these. Yeah, it looks like leeches primarily are the best thing out here for just about everything. Nightcrawlers are going to be good. What about some of these whitefish? Also on the... I was expecting the whitefish to be more along the lines like they are at the Ladoga Lake, but it seems like nightcrawlers and leeches are the way to go out here. Interesting. We want to go out to some of the small stuff. I guess we'll go with the larva, but... Let's take a look at these rental options. Ooh, boy, they are so expensive. All right, so I guess let's start with a 1 day. Well, let's do a 2 day rental, maybe. Now we're gonna do 1 day for now, just to keep it safe. Let's grab that, and let me get my lines all set up here. Switch over to some regular hooks with leech, and I guess let's try gamaroos first, and then we can try so do we want to try trolling first, or do we want to go to do we want to try from one of the islands? I guess while we've got the boat, we might as well try trolling. Hey there, TJ, how's it going? So let's get out there and see if the leech and gamaroo setup does anything for us. Let's that one's maybe did I put that on? There we go. Line 3, okay. And I guess we'll set the depth at like 3 meter. Go. All right. Oh, that's category A. Here's category B. Man, I'm used to the cheaper one being the gray boats. All right, here we go. Let's hit the trolling randomly and see what we get. Weirdly, the water out here doesn't give a splash sound when your float lands. That's going to be awkward to get used to. Already a pickles and tea, Canadian? Oh, you're starting off with a bang. All right. Let me get to shore here. I guess I can just drop anchor. So we're going to pickles and tea to start things off. I'm going to take a quick 45-second break to grab a pickle, and we'll get that underway. Be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. So those of you that are new to the channel, haven't seen this before, the pickles and tea is just a little fun channel point redemption I do to make fun of the fact that our fishermen here on RF4 pretty much survive on pickles and tea. So I'm going to have a little pickle action. Tonight's tea is a Lady Grey, which is a good combination with it. We're going to dip. I'm going to grab this mug's a little bit warm still. Just grab it by the handle here. We've got our pickle. We'll do a little bit of a dip action in the tea and chow down for good luck. Bon appetit. Nice and crunchy. Got a big stem on this this pickle. The stem's like half the size of the pickle. Got this nice citrus aftertaste from the tea. Very good. And one more bite. Oh. That's a little too much stem. I'm going to have to put that stem to the side. But thank you for the support there, CW. And there we go. That's how we survive in Russia while fishing. Just pickles and tea. All right, let's get back to trolling out here and see if we can't catch any fish. What I'll do is I'll troll for a little while, and if we don't get any bites or if the boat timer starts to run out, then I'll head over here to the island with maybe the one that camped. Does anyone know which island is especially good for boat fishing out here? And I can try, once the boat's running out, I can head towards that. Yeah, the waves here is going to make it interesting to see when we actually get a bite. If anyone knows any good spots for Ladoga salmon, I'll start drifting my way towards that as well. Speaking of pickles and tea, grab a little pickles in game. Right now, it's just kind of a wild goose chase to find something that'll bite. We got another island out there, so that must be all the islands where the camp and whatnot are. Okay. Slowly trucking along here. Oh, I think that may have been a bite. I'm not sure. It looked like the top of the float went under, though. I might have to just let this one do the full hang behind on the back of the boat so that it will auto hook if something bites. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those waves, I guess, are going over the top of the float. They're not actual bites. Anything going to hit? Nope, nope. Okay. I know at one point in recent history, like this area, I think around this 41-meter hole was fairly active for salmon, but I think that's been a couple weeks, so I'm sure it's probably changed since then. Man, I'm so not used to the this water not giving a splash sound when the float lands. All right, so the shallower water up here is probably we're going to have the most luck finding some whitefish, which shallow, I guess, is fairly relative. It's probably still pretty deep. There's some rocky waves, though. And I need to check something's gotten messed up with my ad settings here. Interesting. But suddenly, if an ad suddenly kicks in, I apologize that all of my pre-roll ad settings seem to have reset on Twitch, so I'll have to figure out what happened there and fix that later. All right, floating right along here. No bites yet. All right, let's try maybe switching the secondary bait to Nightcrawler since that targets more species and see if that helps us out at all. I figure I'll keep on trolling until we get to these islands, and then I might try drifting around some of the shallow parts to look for whitefish. I imagine one of the factors here is the depth. I'm assuming a lot of the fish here are caught on like 12, 15-meter deep runner lures. So probably just not hanging around the top of the water that the hook is getting down to. I do like the waves here. I feel like the waves here at the Archipelago are, I don't know, more aesthetically accurate than the ones at the Norwegian sea map. But it's been a couple months since I've been at Norway, so maybe my memory's just fuzzy on it. But I feel like the ones there were a little awkward. All right, Archipelago, I'm gonna need you to start giving me a couple fish. Yeah, trophy whitefish would be nice. At this point, I'll even take a non-trophy anything. It's something to start paying back this trip. It is just, it's such a huge map that, like, as slow as this boat trolls, it's it's like finding a needle in a haystack to where the fish actually are, I guess. Once we get to these shallow parts, should be able to target some whitefish though. Yeah, my spotted amber was it was decent last night. It wasn't particularly great, but it was at least giving me some 5 to 8 kilo grass carp regularly. Yeah, when I went there earlier, it was just nothing but baby common carps and Chinese sleepers. So it's kind of enjoyable watching those waves go over the float like that. Where's everybody else fishing at tonight? Like Nardo's out getting some trophy brown trout. Very nice. Gonna go out to Bear Lake, find some of them grass carp. Sweet. All right, so no luck so far. Did you ever manage to get any the eels you were after, Canadian? I got one random one on my line out there at Amber Lake. It's only like a 1.2, 1.3 kilo, but I've just randomly got it at a weird time too. It was during the daytime and it wasn't raining or anything. For eel are one of those species that if you're going after them, they just won't bite. But when you're going after something else, they'll just randomly pop up by surprise. So the trick is maybe to switch to telescopic. That's the real way to get the eel. Use that sandwich bait, give them some night crawler and pieces of fish. There was one night last week when that spot was really active at Oldberg that I caught like 2 nights in a row. I caught like 4 eel each night. Wasn't too bad. All right, let's see here. According to the map, we're starting to get into the shallower stuff, so I would think that we would be getting some hits now. Now, one thing that may be going on here, as we've seen at other maps when trying to troll them, if there's not a current on the map where it gives the drifting with current status on the float, the trolling doesn't work as well. So let's try just casting and leaving it for a minute or so at a couple random spots here. Oh, you use a telescopic at winding? Did you catch any trophies with it though? That's the key. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to save up for my next next telescopic upgrade will be the trophy hunter that gives +3 to slider rig and +3 to fixed rig, so I can go after those trophy whitefish a lot easier. It's all right. We can't all be telemasters from the start. Just got to work your way there. I have no idea where active spots are on this map, so I'm kind of going blind here. I might bring up RF4 hotspots to take a look and see what spots whitefish are sometimes active. They float around the dock with the boat dock all the way back to the starter island. Okay. So we can go back there slowly. I'm assuming a size 1 hook isn't too big, especially not for the Ladoga salmon, but I guess some of these whitefish, maybe I need to downsize to like a size 6 hook possibly, but I'll leave it on 1 for now. And perhaps we'll catch a fish out here. If we're lucky. See, so we're getting, I guess the camp is on this side. Let's take a look around this island, see what the shoreline looks like. There's a patch of weeds over there. I'm guessing that's probably where some of the carp can be found. All right, let's take a look here. Man, the size of this map makes this slow trolling speed feel extra slow. Yeah, I'm definitely betting that we could catch some carp in that spot right here. How deep is it? 3 meters. Too deep there? Maybe not. All right, I'm going to disembark and because I can't get off right here. Let's see a little bit. Nope. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look around the island here. We've got those reeds right there where I think we could. Well, actually, I guess the reeds aren't quite in the water, so maybe no carp there. What else we got? Just barely open. So yeah, this is the other problem with a map like this is that you don't really have any indication of features in the water to try and fish around. There are no algae spots or weeds or boulders or anything like that. It's just open water. Anything that would give me a... Yeah, I'm not just looking around this entire island here. I'm not seeing anything that screams, try this spot. Guess we've done the full length of the island. That's the campsite right there. Okay. Well, let's see. Guess let's just try casting 3 lines out over here and see what happens. The leech and nightcrawler on all these. Adjust the depth here to 3 meter. Actually a lot more shallow than that. Nope, okay, I guess 3 meters probably okay. All right, go, and this one I'm actually going to change to a size 6 hook just in case. Same thing, leech and nightcrawler. All right, so let's give this a minute or two, and if we don't get anything, I'll probably just roll my way back to the boat docks and see what we can get there. If people find that to be a successful location to float fish from. Let's keep some good bait out while we wait. Oop. So I guess with these waves, we just got to look for the floats going completely under and staying under at this point. We're not going to know if there's a nibble or not, I assume. Hydrate. Alrighty. No flavor in the water tonight. And a stretch. All right. Stretch, posture, everything. All right, here we go. Nice vertical stretch here. Side to side. Good arch in the back. There we go. Posture, hand, stretch, and hydrate done. These folks just bobbing up and down like crazy. Now let's give this like a minute more. If nothing hits, we'll start trolling back to the docks, I suppose. I have heard that Archipelago, at least the salmon, have been very dead though, so I'm not expecting to get any of the Ladoga salmon while we're trolling around, fortunately. But hopefully we can at least find a spot where we can catch the whitefish. Char would be nice, but normally they're a deep water fish, and as deep as the waters are here, we're gonna need a very exact spot to get them, I would assume. Doesn't look like anything's taking the bait at this spot, so let's get back in the boat. Anyone else have any recommendations for a spot to troll towards? Yeah, now go through the islands here. And I'm actually going to set the depth as low as I can. And just show like with the, so we're at 5.2 meters, the max we can go. If I change this to look at the slider rig. The shift goes with, yeah, I don't know what the case would be, because all of the, even like the waggler float thing, it says here that you can use a waggler float, but if you're using a slider rig on telescopic, you still can't use the waggler floats. So it's, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be some sort of use for it. I'm going to do some experimentation at some point. I'll find a spot that's like super active next week and set one rod out with fixed line and two rods out with slider rig and see if we can find any sort of bite rate or fish size difference between them. But I'm with Brandon. I think it's got to be one of two cases. Either it works better with fishing for things along the bottom of the water, or it's better in currents. Can't think of any other scenario where it makes sense to use slider rig over fixed float rig with telescopic. Look at the map. I mean, there is no truly shallow water on this map, is there? Because even these wider spots seem like they're probably 4 or 5 meter deep. All right, so I'm just going to let this drag along the water here. Nothing. All right, save some time. I'm going to go ahead and fast travel back to the boat docks here. That's like feels like a 10-15 minute troll back to it. So people fish from the docks themselves. Okay, is there any other, let me take a look around the rest of the edge of this island. So we've got some rocks here. We've got this little peak right here, which feels like it's probably a spot. What else we got? A couple boulders here. Can't traverse any further that direction. Let's see. Tackle store, administration. Some rocky peaks here. Still not seeing anything that just screams fish here. Right side of the dock? Okay, so when I get back there, I'll try from the right-hand side. It's just completely featureless water. All right, so it seems like the dock seems like it's probably the best bet. And this spot right here, maybe? Usually when I see some random bits of like this scattered about, it means they've usually got a spot coated around there. So this might be a spot, but let's go to the boat docks for now. They are. Yeah, like right here where there's a little bit of almost a rocky beach along here where it's discolored from the tide. probably has a bit of a higher chance. So to the right side of the dock, let's try, I guess, just casting. Not enough room to really negotiate with the rods there. Just want to go from right here. All these out there. I think actually I only have that one still set to 5 meters, so let me fix that. And 3 meters. All right. Let's also throw some ground bait out there that's got bloodworms in it. Sometimes livens things up when you're fishing with night crawlers. Just worms. Okay, now we wait. See what happens. So I've got a size 6 hook on the middle line, and the outer ones are both size 1. Leech and Nightcrawler for everything. Got another spot. Almost hypnotic watching those floats bob up and down in this water. Look for the 27-meter hole. Okay, 727. This one right up here, between like D and E2. Or this one over here. There's another one here. Another 27's, one down here. It looks like there's 3 27-meter spots. This one seems to be shallower than the other two. It's got like this weird shallow middle part to it. Anything? One of these? All you got is the just seeing 27-meter in the depth. So I know, like, I think something up here was active for Ladoga. This is around where the Ladoga were a couple weeks ago. But I feel like because of the depth, it might be this one down here. Let's check that one out because it's got that shallow middle part. The RF4 info one, yeah, I can pull that up. Got it on another tab here. And I think there's another ad about to start. I apologize. I normally have the ads just once an hour, but somehow my ad settings have gotten reset. So I'm going to fix that after this stream. So 540, 520, 417. Let me put that in. 520, 417. Okay, so it looks like it's the one in the northeast part of the map. Okay. So it's the one way over here. So let's pull these up and try to rush our way over there. Still got a little bit of time left on this boat rental, so we might be able to get a little bit out of it. I'm not going to bother keeping the rods in the water and trolling our way there. We'll just go full speed ahead. And straight this way for a little while. Depth is 4.21. Okay. Assume it's the standard bait he's using a leader. Okay, so yeah, if they, with the salmon and stuff like that, that does make sense to have a leader. So I can throw one of those on. And to save everyone's ears, let me mute the in-game audio while we go over there, because the motor sound is obnoxious. 11 kilogram leader, hook size 2. Okay. I'll see what I've got as far as leaders that'll work. Pickle in action there. This is a huge map. I feel like, as expensive as these boat tickets are, the map's kind of too big for it, because you can spend, I imagined it would, to try and troll the entire perimeter of this map, you'd end up spending a 2-day boat ticket just for one lap. I can certainly see why, now that the Norwegian Sea is out, no one even bothers with the archipelago. I mean, I guess that makes sense if you know a hole is active, but that's assuming you know which hole is active. Whoever's out there having to figure that out each week is probably tearing through their pockets. So ways out. But I do believe that, like, with the release of the Norwegian Sea, they should probably go back and adjust the boat prices here. I feel like even when this place is active, it probably still doesn't give you as much silver and XP for the time spent as just plopping down on a hole at the Norwegian Sea. It does give you, like, you have access to it earlier, but typically by the time you unlock this lake, you probably still don't have good enough rigs to make use of it. Hydrate, you got it. Get this to trolling while I do. There we go. Back at it. I'm guessing the category A boat, or whichever the faster boat is here, is a lot faster. Model 1 and HSV is fine. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense then. You have, you probably, if you're focusing on trolling, you've probably got at least one of those setups, if not 2 or 3, by the time you unlock this lake. Still, I don't think it's I still think that the boat prices could probably be like adjusted down quite a bit. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a stretch of land in the distance or just a weird graphic rendering issue. Interesting. Is this supposed to be land? Okay. Yeah, this boat is it's not doing a lot for us, is it? We're getting there. Once I get to the hole, I'll re-enable the in-game sound. I'm just got it muted for everyone's ears because this engine sound is obnoxious. Is there an, I don't remember seeing one of the options, but is there an audio option in game to turn off the engine sound at all? Or is it all just tagged to kind of all in-game audio settings? There is? Okay, let me take a look at that. Settings, audio. Yeah, that's all even worse. It's all in-game? Okay, that's so I was thinking they should probably add some more settings for that, because this is terrible. Also, they're setting for like just switching to the audio tab where it's the sound of like a reel spinning like crazy. is also very obnoxious. Should be getting just about there. As you said that those coordinates were 520, 412, right? $417. All right, so we're just about there. We can go this way a little bit. Let's get to about 413. Yeah, I'll get to around approximately the spot here. So right about probably now. Yeah, so we should be good here. All right, so let me go ahead and switch the in-game audio back on. Go. And cut the engine off. Here we go. Let's set this down to, that it was a 4.12 meter. It's too far. Right to there. All right. We get a nice sunset while we watch our float bob. I wish we could have more control over the sinker options and be able to put like fast drop shot sinkers and stuff like that on the lines, because some of these, like if you have it set at 4 meters deep, it takes forever for that bait to float down to its depth. And do we know what kind of fish they were catching out here at this spot? It was salmon, char, whitefish, sturgeon. Whitefish? Okay. So since with it being whitefish, let me try, just for the sake of bite rate, I'm gonna switch to the one here that's got a size 6 hook on, just to see if we can get some, even though they'll probably be small, much smaller fish. I want to try to get a inspection on the bite rate through that. Oh yeah, good point. Well, if it's whitefish, I don't think we'll need a leader, but let's see what I've got. Oh, my leader options are pretty terrible. This one, I guess, we'll have to do. Could always risk it for the biscuit and throw some cockchafer larvae and pieces of fish on there and hope we don't catch a big sturgeon. All right, come on, whitefish. Yeah, I imagine the leader is probably a safety measure in case salmon or something hit it, because they're I don't know about the archipelago. So at Ladoga Lake, the whitefish are active kind of all day and all night. They are a little bit more active at like dawn and dusk, but they kind of bite all day there. So I assume since it's the same species, it's probably the same here. Yeah, I imagine the leader is a safety measure just in case a salmon or something bites on. They don't bite right through the line. But the whitefish themselves shouldn't need a one. Can I throw? I'm assuming I can't do this. Yeah. We only got one hand on the rod. I feel like I should be able to grab some ground bait in my offhand, throw it out there. Interesting lights in the water here. Is that supposed to be like bioluminescent algae or something? Or is that just my flashlight reflecting off of something? Okay, I guess it's just foam in the water reflecting from the flashlight. Oh, okay. I think we're getting... Yeah, here we go. First fish. Look at that. The night crawler is bigger than it. All right, we got a smelt. Okay. A smelt on a leash. That's depressing. I'm switching back to the no leader size 1 hook. Well, at least we caught something. That counts for something. Yeah, I really wish that those super hard to get slash gold only baits would weed out those really worthless fish from their bite tables. Right, TJ, we've got our first fish. That's the start. Like once we've caught one, they're going to start rolling in. Now we're going to get trophy whitefish back to back. Know it. Yeah, we'll find out, Dentera. Watch some giant Ladoga salmon snap on now and bite through the line. Just to troll us. But I've got cheap hooks on, so it's not the end of the world if it happens. I've pretty much given up on using expensive hooks with telescopic fishing until I get the trophy rod, and then I'll use them when I'm going for like fish that cap out at around 8 kilo. Yeah, unfortunately with the boat, I can't. All I can do is just have this one line and just kind of sit there. At least we know now to look for the float going sideways as the bite indicator. Oh, I think we're getting a nibble. Here we go. This is it. This is the blue tag sturgeon that we're going to get before it snaps the line, right? Net pre-ready for it. Missed it. All right, so I guess there's some fish out here where I gotta wait for the float to go down quickly. Hey there, Ipsy Twitch. Welcome to the channel. I actually have caught a small poor beagle on one of my Norway trips. It was 14 kilo. Let me go back and take a look at that. There's all the little rental gear that you get. Where are you, poor beagle? I was leaving left. There was a little 7.4 kilo poor beagle I got on the rental stuff. I don't think we need to put the anchor down here because it's unlike the sea. It's not really, there's no current, so the boat's not really drifting me anywhere. Right now we're out here at the Ladoga Archipelago trying to catch something on our telescopic rods. So far we've caught a whopping smelt with leech and nightcrawler. Kind of depressing. That's all right. We got a nibble on a second bite, so we're going to get there. We're going to get a nice juicy fish here soon. I can feel it. Oh, here we go. No, okay, so need to give the fish here some time to really bite into it, it looks like. He was using leech and redworm. Okay, so well, I've been getting some hits on some nightcrawlers, so I'll leave the nightcrawler on for now and see where that takes us. If we don't get much luck with some bigger fish, then I'll switch to redworm. I know for the salmon, we want to use the gamaroos, but everybody's been saying that the salmon out here are just not biting at all. So I don't want to waste gamaroo and risk getting another smelt on 2 gold only / scoop only baits. That would be heartbreaking. So if you have one of the lanterns you can get at the hardware shop, can you set those down in a boat, or is that only if you're on land? Only land? That's a shame. They really need to add some more nighttime visibility floats to the options. All right, come on, fish. Show me what you got. Or do they have some special float options during their Christmas sales? I'll have to remember that when those come around again. I know those snowflake spinners that they had during that time are pretty good. When I was trolling in the early levels, I used one of those a lot, and it was pretty good pretty much everywhere I used it. Looks like we've got the sun coming up in the distance. Got a little bit of purple on the horizon. All right, so I'm gonna try switching over to the red one. We have better luck there. Come on, fishy, fishy. And again, I apologize for these sporadic ad breaks. I gotta fix that after this stream. I don't know why they reset. Never happened before. Has that ever happened to you, Canadian? On your ad timer presets, did it ever reset your settings on your timers and all that? Not yet. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. It was something weird. Hopefully it's an easy fix. All right, surely as the sun starts to come out, we'll see some fish biting. Not the smelt's going to be our one prize. Glad to be back off of the sea now that your reels are fixed, Canadian. I just maybe the boat rods are more fun, but perking to me is not particularly entertaining. You want for PVA unlock? Very nice. I'm hoping to get my bait harvesting to 100%, but oh, it is going slow now. I was still averaging around 1.5% per 150 egg dough, but now I'm down to around 0.6% each setup. Yeah, it's gonna be well, and also just being able to get some of those baits that those other gold only baits is going to be nice. Even though I think the rarity of them is a little extreme, but at least you can get them. Oh, we were getting some bites. I don't know what happened here. Recasting. We know we were getting with the Nightcrawler, so I'm going to keep that back on there. Well, the other bites we were getting on were on this line, so if we don't get another bite soon on this one, I'll try the leader one again, but man, getting a smelt with Legion Nightcrawler is a real feels bad moment. Maybe I'll try the leader one with like mayfly larva and red worm. It's okay. We're only about 250 silver in the hole so far. Oh, here we go. Our time's running out. Surely that smelt will pay for our boat rental, right? Will we get another bite before our boat ticket expires? That's the question. That's right. At least we got one. We're not going home empty-handed. Two 251, 316 on the docks. All right. Oh boy, here we go. About to be teleported back. And here we go. Back to the docks. All right, so 251, 316. Yeah, it's basically like here somewhere. Okay, so yeah, it is off of the. I figured this would be a spot based on the way it looked. Yeah, 316. Get some around here. Let's try a few casts out here and see if we have any luck, or we wrap things up. Two and a half meter depth. Alrighty. And let me take this leader off as well. It is interesting with as much as there is like waves and everything on this map that they didn't code an actual current in. I'll risk it with no leader at this spot. Leaders kill bite rate. On with you, float. Why you sideways? Oh, here we go. A second fish. My goodness. And it, of course, it's a common roach. I had to find a cheaper bait option alternative to the leeches out here. Any fish want a bite? Anyone at all? Well, you know what? We can catch worms. Good at that. Hey, Hypatia. How's it going? Brain meltdown? I know those days. Oh, nice. I haven't played 14 since Stormblood, the second expansion. Very nice. Good to see the RP community there is still thriving. I think I'm getting a bite. Maybe. Yes. Here we go. 2 bites. I'm gonna set both these hooks here. Oh, I missed that one. Give me something good. Well, a burbot? All right. Terrible. Unfortunately, my old 14 account, I don't even know if I remember the login stuff for it. It was on, I had it on PlayStation a long time. Yeah, I mean, at least we're catching stuff. I guess if they're hitting on night crawlers, maybe I just take the leeches off and swap them to something else because I'm okay with losing some night crawlers to worthless fish, but leeches not so much. Enough, come on, give me some more night crawlers here. Worm loves worm picking. Interesting hobby. Does she use the worms for like composting or anything like that, or just kind of pick and release them, or keep them in terrariums or something? Oh, for fishing, gotcha. Good use for them as well, obviously. Right. Somebody eat some worms. Be good to go. Yeah, I'm thinking Archipelago is either dead or it's another Act 2 of Belaya where the map just does not like to give me fish. So what other species are there here? Let's go to the telescopics. Apparently there's common carp somewhere too. I don't know where there would be carp on this map. Makes no sense to me. There are some stickleback and rough. Okay, there's got to be some vegetation somewhere. Does anyone know where the vegetation's at on this map? Stonefly and mayfly larvae? Yeah, it's good. Good standby a lot of times. Let's give that a try for another 10 minutes here. Let's switch to stonefly or mayfly with red worm on here. Let's try stonefly and red worm here. And let's try grasshopper and grasshopper and size. What do I have on here? Oh, it's got nightcrawler already. Okay, we'll do grasshopper and nightcrawler on this one. Bite there? Nope. Well, I mean, at least the burbot was a water body record. That counts for something, right? We got a water body record out here within 3 fish. We're getting somewhere. We'll give this another like 10 minutes, and if we don't get any of the action, we may wrap things up and try again another day when hopefully the spots are more active. I spice it up a little bit here. Throw some ground bait out there. Oh, I missed that one. So something biting on this one. Okay, they're hitting now. Both of those have red worm, but different larvae, so the red worm may be the way to go here. Give a minute more to see. Here we go. Another roach. Right, so if red worm's active, let's make sure we've got a red worm on each of these. Come on out, fish. Possibly something. Be nice to find a whitefish spot that has the activity that Ladoga Lake did. This one there. There we go. Another roach. Hey, all right, hold on. We got a trophy while we've out here, so we're getting somewhere. It's not the trophy you want to get when you're at the archipelago, but you know what? We're taking it. Taking it. Apparently this is like all roach spot. Okay. Appreciate that, TJ. Cat coming on my lap here. What's up, buddy? Look at this little guy. Let's get a look at him. Oh, okay. Pretty good there. Looks like a stickleback. Oh boy, 15 grams. What a beast. Haven't seen any record messages pop up for that roach yet. Hopefully it's a water body. But you know what? We got a trophy on our first trip out here to Archipelago, so we're gonna count this as a success. Don't let the fact that I'm down like 200 something silver still change our minds on that. It's totally a success. We gotta stay positive. There we go. Okay, the stickleback. Oh man. All right, well, there's 2 more water body records. So we're kicking butt. can't believe that stickleback got on a size 1 hook. There we go. Another roach. Oh, that was almost another trophy. You know, this would probably be an okay spot for ultralight fishing. But I don't want to risk it because I know as soon as I pull my ultralight, something big will hit and snap the line. Something nibbling on line 1. There we go. Ah, didn't take it down far enough. Another roach. I guess if you want to roach farm for like bait fish, this could be a good spot. Felt like there was one on there, but I guess not. Some more bait. Canadian, are you doing another stream after this, or was you done streaming for the day? Done for the day? Alrighty. Stick it out here a little bit longer before I wrap things up. At least we're catching a few things, so I'm not at a total loss. Was definitely not expecting to get a trophy out here on the first night. So even if it was just a common roach, we're going to say that we're the Archipelago Masters, right? So in RF4 unrelated news, last few days I've had a family of giant fat raccoons, there's a rough, playing around on my back deck. I gave them an old cat toy to play with. They've been enjoyable to watch. 2 of them like wrestling around. They just roll around the entire deck, just wrestling the whole time. Nibble on 3 here. Okay. Another roach. Part of me wants to turn these roaches into pieces of fish, but I gotta make back every cent I can make right now. An expensive trip. How many water body records have we got out here so far? 3? Yep. Too soon. This might be a decent spot at night since there is burbot. Another roach. We just missed one on line 3 there. A few false droppers on here. Let's get a few more. We're at 15 fish so far. Oh, the rough was a water body record. So that's 3 water body records, or 4 water body records we've got out here on our first night. There's an eyed. I'm sure that'll be another one. Get these rods a little closer together. What do you think, Canadian? You think that eye's going to be a water body? Kind of curious. I'm going to take a look at in a second here at the. Let's look at the U.S. region telescopic records here. There's more than I expected. All right, so we've got the biggest rough. It's good. Our roach is actually only 4th. Another roach. Hey. Man, I keep biting the other lines and I'm trying to cast one of them. Another roach. Well, definitely a good spot to farm roach if you need to get some bait fish, I guess. If nothing else. Why you would spend the money to come to Archipelago to catch common roach, that's a different question. It's an option. Any more fish? Totally, the best map. I mean, let's be honest. I'm having more luck here than I did at Balaya and Aktuba most of the. I don't know. I think there's still potential. I think we can make this map work. It's just it's such a huge map that going in like other maps I'm able to go in blind and the boats are inexpensive enough that I can kind of just roll around and find spots that work. Because this is both a huge map and the boat rentals are insanely expensive, I kind of have to go in knowing a spot. Try. But there's certainly potential here. We'll give it just a few more minutes and then we'll go cash these fish in. Yeah. Missed it. Definitely a map that you need to have these really tall floats for, though. Hey, look at that, cockchafer larva. Probably our most valuable catch so far tonight. Yep, there we go. The Ide was a water body record. Another roach. Surprise, surprise. All right, let's try to catch one more fish. So we're at an even 20 fish for the night. Oops, she's bobbing away here. Go. What are we ending on? Looks like another roach. All right, let's go turn these fish in. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a roach cafe order we can fulfill. Okay, I think the cafe was a little ways up here, wasn't it? Way back there. All right, of course there's no, and the Burbot's one's too big for us. All right, well, no cafe orders. Where's that fish market at? Boat station. Where was that fish market? There it is. It is this one. Okay. All right. So what do we think we got here? I'm going to say 34 silver, 94 from Canadian. Oh, it's bad. I mean, we got a trophy and a bunch of water body records, but so let's see what we got here. All right, well, we were close to Canadian, 82 silver, made back about a third of the cost to come out here. So, yes, that's something. All right. Well, there we go. First night at Archipelago in the books. Overall, we got a trophy, got a bunch of water body records, so not off to a bad start. Definitely need to, I'm going to have to do some research and figure out some good spots to try, because it's just, like I said, it's too big of a map to just randomly troll around on, and you can't get to these islands without a boat rental, and those boat rentals are just so expensive that this is one of those maps that I'm going to have to, it's kind of like Actuba in that sense. You can't really go in blind or you're just going to lose all your money. So I'm going to have to do some research on it. But overall, I think it's got some potential. we'll make it work somehow. I'm going to decide. I'm in kind of an in-between right now because I'm planning on doing the Norwegian sea trip next week. But if I stay here, I'm not going to be able to work on my bait harvesting skills. So I need to make a decision tonight if I'm going to stay here over the weekend and do some fishing off camera to find some spots, or if I'm going to leave Archipelago and come back after going to the sea. I'll have to give that some thought. So with that said, we're going to go and call it a night here. This weekend, I may be streaming tomorrow night. Definitely not the night after, but if I do stream tomorrow night, it's just going to be a casual little stream either here or at like Bear Lake or something. Nothing important, but next week I will definitely do my final Norwegian sea trip, and I'll split that up over 2 days, 2.5 hour streams for it, and hopefully catch some nice fish doing that. With that said, if I don't stream tomorrow, I hope everyone has a great weekend and everyone have a great night and a good day, depending on your time zone, and some good fishing. I will catch you all next time. Take it easy, folks. And let's get our scoop for good luck before I go. Come on. Oh, we got a nightcrawler, so that's decent luck. There we go. We're going to catch some good trophies. See you, folks.